Welcome to EduWorld, your homework helper for every subject. Easy explanation, step-by-step solution, daily learning. Subscribe now and score better.
Good day. The topic is about gas law related with stoichiometry. We note that ideal gas law is given as P equals nRT over V, where P is pressure, and if this pressure is in atm, we have moles as N and R as the gas constant, which can take on several values depending on the combination of units of pressure, volume, and temperature. So if we have here pressure in atm and volume in liters, so we have 0.0821 moles per liter atmosphere per mole Kelvin as the unit of the gas constant. Absolute temperature is 40, which is in Kelvin, and volume V is in liters. So suppose we have carbon dioxide gas, which pressure is equal to 0.972 atmosphere, and it occupies a volume of 9.940 liters and set at a temperature of 298 Kelvin. Using the ideal gas law, we will solve for its amount in terms of moles as follows: times 298 over 0.940. So solving this one gives 0.0373 moles of carbon dioxide gas. Now this gas, carbon dioxide, is derived when sodium bicarbonate and carbonate reacts with nitric acid according to the balanced net ionic equations. So the reaction of nitric acid with sodium carbonate yields carbon dioxide and water. And as we can see from the balance equation, 1 mole of the carbonate gives 1 mole of carbon dioxide. Also, we can produce the same gas by reacting bicarbonate with an acid. And again, from the balance equation, we see that 1 mole of sodium bicarbonate yields 1 mole of carbon dioxide. Now let us suppose the amount of sodium bicarbonate and sodium carbonate are given as X and Y, or Y and X respectively. In a sample of 300 cubic cm, we have this much of sodium carbonate and sodium bicarbonate. But in the original sample, which volume is 1 liter, by ratio and proportion, we can solve for the amount of the salts as 300 times 1000, where 1000 is the amount of the volume of the original solution and 300 is the aliquot, plus the amount of bicarbonate in the original solution, which is Y times 1000 over 300, and the sum of them is given to be 11.60. So we can rewrite this as 3.33 x plus 3.33 y equals 11.60. Now let us convert these masses into moles. So we have moles of Na2CO3 as the mass over the molar mass, which is 106. And again, from the relationship above, this also equals to the moles of carbon dioxide produced. Also, for the moles of sodium bicarbonate, we have Y over the molar mass, and that's equal to the moles of carbon dioxide. The total moles of carbon dioxide, which is equal to the sum of the moles of carbon dioxide produced from the salts reacting with the acid, is X over 106 plus Y over 84. And this is equal to 0.0373, which is here, the one that we saw a while ago. So in this case, we have two equations with two unknowns. And we will be able to solve for the solution of these two equations using substitution or elimination method, or for my case, I'm going to use my graphing calculator to solve for x and y. So solving gives us the values of x and y as 1.65 grams for sodium carbonate and 1.83 grams for sodium bicarbonate. Converting these to their respective moles, we get x, which is 1.65 over 106, and also for bicarbonate, that's 1.83 over 84, gives us 0.0156 and 0.0218. So this is the amount in terms of moles of the sodium carbonate and bicarbonate that is contained in 300 ml or 300 cubic centimeter aliquot solution we derived from the original 1 liter. So that the concentration in terms of molarity, which we define as the moles per liter for Na2CO3, that's going to be 0.0156 over the liter, which is 0.300, or that's 300 cm cube. That gives us 0.052 molar. And for NaHCO3 or bicarbonate, so again, 0.3 here is the volume of the aliquot solution, which is 300 ml, or in liters, that's 0.373 molar. So these are the concentrations of carbonate and bicarbonate in the solution mixture. I hope